Wow. I mean, holy crap. I think World War III just started. Are you tired with pep talk? Are you done with history lesson? Are you really hungry for mayhem? Well, wait no more. This chapter delivers it, and my god, it was as epic as I can imagine after series of build-up and developments. The series may go on a slow pace with its setting and build from the start, but once it gets to the heated moment, it goes above and beyond on the epic scale. Simply put, it's an epic chapter. So, where do we begin? Let's start off with the utmost intense atmosphere with thousands of panicked people and set the tone as the world coming to an end. One of the strengths is how it captures the deep, dreadful sight of apocalypse-esque feel from everyone, regardless that they are technically the enemy. It continues to paint the series far more than a simple black and white case. I actually almost feel sorry for the people to witness the terror that resembles a kaiju series. One part that struck me hard is the sight of a child crushed by Eren's destruction. Sophia was among the future warriors that had a lot of time to enjoy life. Now that she was brutally crushed, the thought of Reiner taking care of the kids punched me like a KO blow. Just how much he has to suffer before he can finally put to rest. I don't know what to think, but good lord, this series is heartless. Yes, I know it's obvious, but it has to be said again. On top of that, Udo lost his mind and believes that Sophia needs some help to stay alive. In other media, it would have come off really silly, much like a person asks the guy who has his head blown off if he's dead. Fortunately, Isayama does a terrific job to capture the true horror of the moment, and it affects me on how much I actually feel some sympathy from this. They're only kids, and they don't act like those kids that were begging to die because of their intolerant behaviors. Bottom line, Eren truly is a monster to behold. As killing a kid wasn't enough, Udo gets severely crushed by a horde of panicked people, and his head looks brutally bad. Actually, it's best to say that he's dead. This is some freaky stuff that I keep forgetting it is shonen. I started to feel bad for Gabi to witness her friends dying in front of her. It's a cold way to have her to mature after her reasonable child behavior. This chapter doesn't show what happened to Reiner and Falco, but if they are alive, and I am almost positive that they are, I can imagine the reaction from them. If this doesn't put them over the edge, I'll be very surprised. There is one developing scenario, and that's with Porco and Pieck making their way back to the surface. This is obviously a big deal, not that the other Titans can join in the battlefield, though it may have been toppled by the next scene. I'm glad that they actually filled in on why Pieck randomly hugged a fan, and it turns out it's a backup insurance since she always had a suspicion of one of the guard following. The Panzer unit may have helped and possibly saved the day, but then something awesome occurs. Just when Pieck wants to observe the area before going into Titan, they look at the sky, and they're not birds or planes. They're hype machines flying by. When I saw that, I was like, oh god, yes! This chapter is easily the best of the year. It's done for your blood to be pumping with excitement, and it will only become a serious rush by the end. Now that we are done with new development, credible sensation of horror, and terrifying display of destruction, let's talk about the action. Man, it was riveting as hell. Willie was confirmed dead, and it only did it further when he was eaten by Eren. For those who believe he was alive and Warhammer Titan, that wish is completely dead. Instead, we have a maid from the Tiber family that is actually the user of the said Titan. Who said women can't kick ass in shonen? I have to admit, I was disappointed to see the Warhammer Titan to get demolished quick and look rather weak. However, when I reread the same pages. I didn't realize that Eren was actually pummeling her before she can complete the transformation. And because of that, I now love that moment. It answered the thought of why let them change when you can strike first. It also shows the intellect of how taking it down can save the hardship. It's tense as hell when he tried to take it down. But when that spike goes through him, I was like, oh shit! From there on, it becomes gratifying. The Warhammer Titan's design looks awesome. It's probably the best design of the Titan. What I love about it is how it fits the description of how the title should present it. The hammer is obvious, but the expression it gives is vicious and powerful. It's amazing how it went from disappointment due to lack of attention I gave to a hype delivered, beastly design. As far as the action goes, it's one intense strike after another. Not only she lives up to the design, but she is also quite powerful in strengths and abilities. She can swing that hammer at ease and strike hard as a Thor's hammer. She can summon spikes from the ground, whether it is multiple small ones or a large deadly one. Eren does a good job, including the armor hands. But holy crap, that hammer is lethal. Magif and his military forces do help as well, which probably caused Eren more trouble than he already has. Because of that, the disadvantage is clear as day. It is no wonder Eren lost badly. That said, he still comes off looking strong and not downplayed by his sheer devastation, which is carefully addressed. Even at his loss, he looks like he still conquers the field. The biggest mark out or fan freaking out moment is just when Eren is about to get crushed by Warhammer. He was asked if he has any last words. His last words are, "Do it now, Mikasa." When I read that, my face was like the screen painting. I was going wild. As soon as I saw her in epic double page, I cheer like I saw a fantastic film or wonderful Broadway show. It's just an amazing feeling to finally see the old cast, even if it's just one. She even has an awesome entrance by knocking down the Titan. Welcome back. The rest of the Survey Corps show up, though no standalone intro, but that's fine. Just seeing them again is enough for me to get excited. Their new outfit looks badass. The reunion of Mikasa and Eren is what I expected to happen first, and it didn't disappoint. That said, there's this ominous tone from Mikasa about Eren's status. It could just be me, but it sounds like Eren has disappeared for a while, and because of that letter, is now they are finally reunited. Maybe that earlier story of his is actually true. He probably did run away. Maybe he has been exploring to try to cleanse the world. Perhaps it could be just her saying to return home now, since this mission has gotten too hectic. It's hard to determine which the case is, but it certainly got me not only excited, but highly invested. The presentation is pretty stellar with its dreary atmosphere and the intensity of the setting. I already covered the designs, but again, they are really badass all in all. The action is tense, the entrance from Mikasa was marvelous, and I couldn't be any more hyped. We have waited for a while for some intense moment, and it was well worth the wait. With this well build up to the characters and lore, the moment felt even more special than it initially started off. Next year is going to be epic. I can already tell from the past writing routine. I simply cannot wait. Share your thoughts in the comment section. You know, I almost went to the new year without realizing there was an early release of the chapter. And God, I was so glad to find out so late. Yeah, I could have done the review much earlier, but I do apologize. I am working with the last list of the year, which is pretty much the 5 best anime of 2017. Hopefully you could check that out very soon. Now that we are entering the new year, I gotta say, enjoy the rest of the holidays. Happy New Year. I'll be reviewing the series to the very end. Here's hoping the new year to be even grander, and I can already tell it will be. And that will do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.